collusion between an entertainment show and the government of the United States.
And that was entertaining.
So,
I mean, it was a rewrite.
indirectly, McCarthy is also
Well, McCarthy admitted that he had to give him the tape. Tucker just said, Oliver, the crowd was enormous, he says. A small percentage of them were hooligans. They committed vandalism. You've seen their pictures again and again, but the overwhelming majority were not. They were peaceful, orderly, and neat. They were sightseers. I mean, that wasn't the news part of that day. The news part of the day was that there was an insurrection. It was the hundreds of people who caused damage and injury and insurrection. I think he's missing maybe the headline from that day.
Yeah, and how they got in the Capitol by overrunning the Capitol Police. That's a key part of this, obviously. What we saw tonight, Allison, from Tucker is nothing new. He has been trying to sanitize the very real violence that we all saw unfold at the U.S. Capitol in real time for quite some time.
Yes, welcome back. Tucker Carlson is trending on social media. I just realized CNN, Chuck Schumer, The View hosts, they are all melting down that the footages that Tucker Carlson bring out are all lies. I don't know if you have seen these videos. I have 4 clips I'm going to show you so you can see exactly what is happening. I don't understand what is actually happening. I'm looking at the footage, it's telling me something they didn't say, but they are calling it a lie. That he's feeding his followers with lies, especially CNN. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that, and if possible, why not share this clip?
It's an insult to every police officer who was on the scene that terrible, fearful day. It's an insult to the memory of every single person who perished in connection to the attack, especially to the memory of Brian Sicknick. Nonviolent? Ask the Sicknick family. It makes me sick just thinking about what his family must be going through this morning. And it's an insult to everyone who cares about our democracy and wishes to preserve the dream of our founders in our day, in our age. I hope every member of this chamber will call out Fox and Mr. Carlson for defending the insurrectionists. And again, I am disappointed and angered in Speaker McCarthy's decision to share sensitive security footage with Mr. Carlson. Speaker McCarthy was here that day. He knows what actually happened. His staff and members suffered like everyone else, but he chose cheap political expediency over truth and preservation of democracy. I condemn Mr. Carlson for siding with the enemies of democracy. I strongly condemn Speaker McCarthy's actions and fiercely oppose his decision to share this footage with Carlson. I urge Fox News to order Carlson to cease propagating the big lie on his network and to level with their viewers about the truth behind the efforts to mislead the public. Conduct like theirs is just asking for another January 6th to happen.
It is actually sad that these people will see the truth. They will see play politics. They will see play blind games. Taking a look at Chuck Schumer here, what he's struggling to say that Tucker Carlson is lying. Discussing this video with one of my friends, this is what he wrote. It is amazing to me that this man can look directly at video footage of what is occurring and have such a colossal disconnect in his brain that is just continuous to spread verbal diarrhea. Now, Chuck Schumer says Fox News should stop Tucker Carlson from showing this. I'm not refusing that something like this never happened, but when you want to pass out information to the public, convey it in such a way that people will not look at you like a liar, because liars is already training on Twitter. They lie to the public about what happened. That is what a lot of people are saying. And this guy is facing 4 years in jail. When you look at that footage, you will see that he was actually being directed by the police. Entered here, go outside here. So what then can you actually convince me that this was a lie? Because I don't understand. I have watched the footage over and over compared to what we saw. Totally different things. It was like a different kind of footage, you know?
Police officers, the Capitol Hill staff members, people even from Kevin McCarthy's own staff who were inside that building. It's tragic to watch this play out, and I hope that those tapes get released more broadly so that factually moving forward.
Also, I think it's worth pointing out that when you see what they're talking about, what you see on the footage of how the Capitol police officers are acting that day, is that a lot of them testified they felt like they couldn't really engage in a certain way with the rioters because they were outnumbered. They were so greatly outnumbered that they were worried about escalating it. So when they try to say, oh, well, they're just walking them through, they're doing this, that was actually their testimony. We'll see what footage.
Can I just read this, please? I'm sorry. Every time the pain of that day seems to have ebbed a bit, organizations like Fox rip our wounds wide open again, and we are frankly sick of it. That's from the sickening.
Yes, that is one point they have touched, and I agree. I feel sad that this is actually coming back, but they should also think how Democrats took this, politicized this. That is what they did all throughout during the elections. We all saw that.
Entertainment. I actually don't think that they believe that it's not true. I think that they believe what he says. I think they treat him as somewhat of a messiah. But what hurts me to my core is that I've become friends with, I was always friends with a lot of Capitol police officers, as I'm sure you have been as well. And they are the best of the best. And I've become friends with Officer Harry Dunn. Remember the tall man? He is still hurt to this day over what happened. His PTSD. Those officers are suffering terribly. How dare you? How dare you, Tucker Carlson? It is beneath the dignity of any American to dismiss their experience.
Sonny, let's not let McCarthy off the hook.
That's the...
Well, I'll let you take that one over.
But what you're really looking at is a collusion between an entertainment show and the government of the United States.
And that was entertaining.
So,
I mean, it was a rewrite.
indirectly,